Hello friends, I'm back after a long hiatus and there is finally a face to the voice which we've been hearing all this long. It seems that the video which I uploaded last time was in a very different era and we are living in such a different world right now. Well, I hope all of you and your loved ones are safe and healthy and will remain so in times to come. Now everyone is shouldering more responsible roles and every day seems to be a challenge, and being a healthcare worker, that is what has been keeping me busy in the last few months. With everyone living off the edge on wafer thin budgets and down to basic frugal means, there seems to be a no better way to upload a video than to bring a pen which checks all these boxes. And this is a choicest beginner level fountain pen, and this is a Pilot Metropolitan. This is a retro pop. It's a metal pen with a lacquered covered body and it's got a resin section. So let's get down to the parts of the pen and then the writing experience with it. So here is the Pilot Metropolitan. The pen comes in various colors, and you have a band with a floral design on this and on the barrel of the pen. This is a snap open cap and it's pretty convenient for writing. The finial is rounded and so is the bottom. The cap is simple chrome trimmed, and here you have written Japan and Pilot on this, and then on the back here again Pilot and Japan. There is just a small catch here which latches on to the snapping mechanism. You can see a small stub inside. The writing section is tapering, flares a bit on the end. The nib is small, which is probably one of the disadvantages of this pen which I faced, and the fingers sometimes get all crammed up. But then there are many other things which I like about this pen, and we'll come to that later. The nib is medium. It comes in fine medium, and I guess now there's a stub also, and you have written 1215, probably the date of manufacture, and a bit of design on this. The feed has a small hole for filling up, and then it's got striations on the back. Now if we have to compare this to another nib, this is Jinhao and this is Jinhao 450, and you can see that the size of the nib is pretty small as compared to this. That is what doesn't really check the box for me. This small step up to the barrel, not a very big issue, and then you have the barrel which is there. Now this comes in cartridge and converter mechanism, and there is a squeeze converter with it which holds quite less ink. I generally prefer to use a cartridge with this which holds pretty decent amount of ink. Now the pen can be posted. I don't like to post my pens, and being a metal body pen, it makes it top heavy. And size comparisons and weight, let's just get to that. So the weight of the pen capped is around 26 grams, and the cap itself weighs I think about 7 grams, 10 grams, yep. And then the weight of the pen is roughly, you'd expect it to be 26. Now size comparison, it compares to, this is a Preppy, and then you have a Jinhao, and then Lamy Safari. If you want to keep it uncapped, the dimension is just a bit shorter than Lamy Safari. The pen feels good to hold, but then since I've been using oversized pen for quite a long time, when I shifted back to a small size pen, it became difficult for me to write with it initially. So I had to transition it through a different pen for a few days, a mid-sized one, and then got back to this. But it's doing a lot of good work for me during this time, and I'll tell you how. So let's get to the writing sample on this, and this is an endless recorder on which I'll be showing you. This is TR Tomo River 68 GSM paper. So this is The nib on this is a medium nib and this is a steel nib. So it's been inked with one of my favorite brown inks, and this is SBRE brown. Now this nib has been tinkered with a lot. I was not very happy with the pen when I initially got it, and probably one of the earliest pen which I got, and I'm reviewing it so late because it didn't happen to find favor with me for all this while. This was almost a pretty dry nib, and it was having a lot of feedback, sort of bordering on scratchiness. I had to use a lot of mesh on this, open up the tines and then increase the flow, and then it has got to my liking. I would say that the flow of this is slightly on the higher medium side, still not exuberantly wet. I'll just put a comparison with another pen. Although this is a medium nib and it's on a thicker side than that of a Petropolitan, this is a Jinhao 450 and even the ink is different, but you can have at least some assessment of this, that the pen is on a drier side. Now being a stiff nib, obviously there is no play to it, not much play to it, and generally I'm not very much fond of reverse writing as well. The pen is it's a tough lad. It is made up of metal, so means it can take some good beating. You can throw it in your bag, pouches, pockets, and let it brush against your keys, coins, so make it look tougher. Steel nib ensures it handles all papers well, although it is very stiff, so it means that the beginners who sometimes hold the nib with a lot of pressure, it will not buckle up and the tines will not get misaligned. Flow is not exuberant, so it may feather less on cheap papers, which most of the students may find themselves writing on. Now the untuned nib has a lot of feedback, so for initial fountain pen writers it would give a good tactile sensation while writing with it. The ink capacity with squeeze converter is low, but then that can be made up by adding a cartridge which comes with it. I did not show you the packing, which I generally do, but this is a box. Let me zoom out a bit. So this is the box in which it comes, Pilot Metropolitan Retro, and the cost of this is currently about $19. In India, when I bought it, this retailed around 200 rupees. So this is the squeeze type converter, which I don't use much, holds pretty less ink capacity, and this got a bit of foam in it. That's how you place it. For me, it was a choice when I started working in COVID times for these very reasons, being a tough lad and not very expensive pens, because we tend to move around in wards and OTs, and we are so much distracted by our PPEs and maintaining our own sanitization and other distances, that it becomes difficult for us to keep focused on maintaining our writing equipments. So for some, the things which I mentioned may come as a disadvantage, while for some it would become one of the advantages of this pen. But this much I am sure that it will last with you in tough situations. So each one to his own. With this, I would end this current review, and I'll see you next time. And next time would be a treat. I would like to show you the pens which I think are visually very appealing, at least for me, from my collection. So see you until next time, and take care and be in good health.